An alarming investigative report shows the Chinese Communist Party's infiltration in American private and public schools through a sponsored program across more than 34 states and impacting tens of thousands of students. Joining us this morning to discuss is Parents Defending Education's president and founder, Nicole Neily. Good morning to you. This program, Nicole, is called Confucius Classrooms. What is this?
Sure. So these are programs where at the university level, Confucius Institutes teach Chinese language and culture, and Confucius Classrooms is its equivalent in K-12 schools.
So millions of dollars from the Chinese Communist Party has been funneled into both private and public schools. So we know this is not for nothing. What is the purpose of these programs and how is that mission carried out?
Sure. So this is considered a foreign mission by the U.S. State Department, and it is considered a soft power exercise. It is part of the Belt and Road Initiative. So it is to influence students and future voters, et cetera, to be more favorable to the Chinese government. And so we consider that very concerning because there's both money flowing over as well as teachers that are vetted by the CCP.
Your organization did a survey and found that 87% felt that school districts should be required to disclose when they accept money from foreign governments. 73% felt it was appropriate or inappropriate to share student data with foreign governments. 58% believed it was inappropriate for schools to accept money from foreign governments. You know, these numbers, not surprising, obviously. What I thought was surprising, though, was that parents get charged, Nicole, if they want to get information on foreign funding in their own schools. So explain this to us. You get charged if you want to see the materials being taught, and also if you want to see how the money trail looks. You're being charged now to get an accounting of what's being taught in schools?
Yes, frighteningly. This whole project kicked off because in March we identified the Thomas Jefferson School for Science and Technology in Fairfax had received over $1 million from CCP military-linked entities, which we found astonishing. So I filed a public records request with Fairfax County Public Schools, and the estimate that they gave me back was over $35,000, which I found astonishing. This is a public school. This is a foreign country. And so we narrowed the scope. I ended up paying over $10,000 for the documents, which I still have not yet received. And so we think that that's really concerning. It's something that we believe the governor should step in and intervene on. So we have sent letters to all 34 governors and the mayor of D.C. asking them to investigate this because families want to make informed decisions about what their children are learning. And if you don't have access to that information, then you cannot make that decision.
So with this Confucius Classrooms that I'm sure a lot of parents are hearing about for the first time right now, what did you find in these schools? Why are they allowing it?
Yeah, I think it feels like it's very much we're getting money, we're getting a free teacher, and obviously there's no such thing as free in the world. And so we encourage people just to look into this. This is certainly not to imply that every Chinese language program in America is a bad thing. Not at all. We're saying, trust but verify. Do a little bit of digging and figure out who is involved and whether that is something that you want your child to participate in. Are your children learning a one-child policy? Are they learning about Hong Kong, Tibet, the Uyghurs, or are they learning a very sanitized version of Chinese history? Parents deserve to know that information, and at the moment, they really don't.
And very briefly, can we talk about Title IX and what parents are saying about some of the proposed changes that were once meant to protect girls' sports, they say, will now be harmed because of the administration's new proposals?
Yes, everyone is waiting with bated breath for Title IX to come out. The Biden administration's rewrite is due out in October. And so aside from changing all the due process and other protections that Secretary Betsy DeVos put in place, they will be addressing the issue of girls and women's sports. There was a hearing in Congress yesterday talking about gender-affirming care, and one of the testimonies from May Mailman at the Independent Women's Forum talked about how this will impact fairness, it will impact safety, it impacts girls' privacy, and it impacts parents' choice. They want to know if they're putting their daughters into safe environments. And so this is something that our viewers, our members are very engaged with, and we consider, we plan to engage on continuously.
All right. Parents Defending Education's Nicole Neily, we appreciate you joining us this morning. Have a great weekend.